Right, okay, so welcome back to the cabin. The first time I've been in here for probably getting on for 2 weeks actually. Had so much going on, but we're back at Exehaven again, and we're going to have a look at a couple of purchases that I've made with a little bit of birthday money I had from a few weeks ago. And the first one is a second-hand set of 3 plywood fruit vans. BR Bauxite early, and they're weathered. So if I just take you across to these now. I got these from Ron Lyons, a shop. I think he's in Southampton, and I occasionally go on the website there and see what they've got from a pre-owned point of view, and I've picked these up, and I'm very happy with them. As you can see, they're weathered, and I think they fit in quite nicely with the theme of Exehaven, and they'll be a good addition to the dockside. I've got something else to show you, and I'll come back to you in a minute with those. Right, as I have recently purchased a few things from a company called DM Toys, I have had a couple of emails to say, well, you know, you get one, I think you get one a week, where it tells you about the special offers. Well, I come across these the other week. They come up on my email, and Model Barn Union TCEF's 845 DP Deutsche Bahn Epoch IV, which I think is 4. Correct me if I'm wrong. But these wagons were built in the 60s, early 60s, and they are obviously from Deutsche Bahn, and they used to come over on the ferries, possibly over to Harwich, Hook of Holland, from Germany obviously, and they were built especially for the UK, mainly to save all the hassle of unloading because of the different heights from the Deutsche Bahn railway compared with the UK. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I did read a little bit about them, and that's what I've ginned up. So I thought, what a great addition to Exehaven, where we've got traffic coming across and from Germany, and maybe one day I'll actually build a ship that will be a ship that brings over the wagons and things like that. We'll wait and see on that. That's a long way off. But if I just move you over, and here are the wagons. I bought 3, all different numbers. Obviously you can see they're different roof, they've got different coloured roof and so on. But the detail on these is absolutely superb. Now, I'm not doing it justice here, I don't think. Let's see if I can get you in any more. They've got sliding doors. Sorry for the shape there. Let's see if I can do better. There we go. There we go. They've actually got sliding doors. There's a lot of weight to these wagons as well, which is really good compared with the Grand Farish vans that I showed you a minute or two ago. But yeah, I thought a great addition. These used to just come straight through. If they didn't need to stop at the freight warehouse, they could go and run on the British railways without any problem at all. Like I say, they were specially built to run on our railways, and it just saved unloading and reloading onto other vans. But we'll give you a few running shots of all of these in a minute once I get sorted out. Get an engine sorted out. I hope you can see that. It's a bit difficult in this light actually to see what I'm actually filming, but the glare off the screen is quite strong. Right, here comes class 31 then with the fruit vans. They seem to run around very smoothly. She runs around the back here over the bridge which covers the River Exe. There goes the Western Pullman. But yeah, very pleased with those. They look the part. I think they're quite nicely weathered as well. I really do sit on the fence with weathering. I think it does look good, but I'm not sure that I want to do it. When I get a lovely new engine or wagon, you know, I just dread to think what a mess I could make of it. But it may be something for the future. There is so much to do here yet. I mean, I'm not even thinking about it. If I buy things that are weathered, all well and good. But yeah, for now, John won't be touching any weathering. And if I do, I might actually send it off and get it done somewhere. Anyway, there we go. There's the Class 31. Coming over to go to bridges, which will be the entrance to the harbour one day. There we go. Back to where we started. Right, so here we go again, Class 31 with the Deutsche Bahn wagons, freshly arrived from Germany, running off somewhere north. Very smooth running. I've left the sliding doors open just so as you can see, really. I'm sure in the reality of life they would have been closed when they were running. But yeah, just to let you see them really. I'm getting a little bit closer on the glue bottle. Like I say, they seem to run very, very smoothly, and very pleased with those so far. I think trucks can be quite awkward at times. They'll find the worst parts of your track, believe me. I mean, fortunately, my track isn't too bad, but there are one or two little bits that trucks don't particularly like. So, yeah, you just have to keep an eye on it. Right, there we go. So back to where we started. Right, so here we go. We've got a full rate of wagons now, I would say, or a good rate of wagons. Probably could do with a few more. Class 31 on freight duties. We've got the Deutsche Bahn wagons just arrived over from Germany. We've got a con flat with a British Rails furniture box on the top. Then we've got an unweathered fruit van. Then we've got my 3 new weathered fruit vans, 3 weathered tankers, and and some coaches have just come off the express from Exehaven to London. Right, so there goes the Western with the express to London Paddington, now happily rejoined with the other 4 coaches that came adrift. I think, I mean, all of these carriages I bought second hand, and some of the couplers aren't particularly good, and there they go again. So I'll be back to you in a second. Oh, look at that, smooth running. Right, so the Paddington Express is happily on its way again. after a little bit of fiddling about. Like I say, all of the carriages are second hand I've got. Some of the couplers aren't as good as others, and I have got some, I will put hunt couplings on them at some point, which should alleviate a lot of that. Some of the couplings are a little bit loose in their little sockets, and I'll just bring you round, and you'll get this with gradients if you're going to build a model railway. There's like a little crest there where the gradient comes up and finishes and goes flat, and of course the carriages sort of raise just a little bit as they go over that, and the couplers raise as well. So you know, if you've got a couple of weak couplings on your carriages, it's going to happen. It's a joy of model railway building, I guess. And but generally, once you've got your train in a right formation, it will run fine, as this seems to be at the moment. But anything could happen in the next half hour, as they say. But yeah. So it's nice to have some trains running around here again. Like I say, it's been 2 weeks, very nearly, since I've actually been in the cabin. It's probably been nearly a month before I've posted, by the time this goes out on Friday, that I've actually posted anything, but I have been busy. There's been lots of things to do, and I have got lots of other things to do coming up. I'm away this weekend coming. Unfortunately, I wanted to go to the Great Electric Train Show at Milton Keynes, but I can't. I'll be playing golf all weekend as a replacement for our Portugal trip, which got cancelled again, and that's been moved to next year. And the trip up to Suffolk is something just to replace that, so I couldn't miss that. And another thing, the joys of being retired and the slight relaxation in rules with travelling, I shall be off on a Greek island cruise as well within 2 weeks. So not much time for the railway, but I will be back on it once I come back from Greece. I'm really looking forward to getting cracking at it again. I have done a few more bits on the warehouse that I'm building, and you'll see that, not in this episode but the next episode. I think there'll be a couple of little bits I think I'll put in, just to show you where I've got to, but to be honest, the progress has been slow. But like I say, looking forward to getting back to it. And I was really looking forward to meeting a few of you at the Great Electric Train Show. I couldn't even go to the International Engage show because I was doing something that weekend with my wife, Mrs. Exehaven. So it's all fallen on the wrong dates for me this year, but I'm sure once things get back up and running, I'll get to meet a few of you. It'd be nice to shake your hand, and there's a couple of you that I'm going to buy a drink for because you've been very helpful. But yeah, brilliant. Just watching the trains run around now. Like I say, it's a pleasure to be back out here running some trains again. And I haven't done anything. Honestly, in 2 weeks, I mean, the track could probably do with a bit of a clean. The whole cabin could do with a hoover. But the trains have run, you know, pretty good. Even though the carriages have been a bit of a pain on the back of the Western, it's you know, the engines are running pretty well straight off, and it's great to see. Although you know, there shouldn't really be any reason why they shouldn't. And perhaps next time when we're out here, I'm going to run a few of the other locos and things that I've got. Class 33 on the wake of the Southern Region coaches, which are all parked up over there in Budley Regis Station. We've got the little pannier with the local service, and then we've got the little DMU, which will do the local service. So there's plenty going on here. I think, and I can't remember whether I'll have to check, but I think I've got a couple of other things on pre-order, so that'll be interesting when they come out. But yeah, Exehaven is up and running, but at a slow pace at the moment, mainly because I'm doing other things. I've got a load of stuff to do in the house this winter, so that'll slow things up as well, and the garden will need a right good trimming as well in the next few weeks, but again, you know, we'll fit everything around it. But as ever, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. It is free, and it's just nice to have you aboard. Everybody's comments are welcome. Constructive criticism, please. But you know, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're a strange person, want to give me a funny comment, then you may not hear from me. But anyway. I'll be back as soon as I can, and hopefully I might be able to put one out in a couple of weeks after the one that I'm going to put out this week, but if not, it'll be 3 weeks or a month, and then we'll try and get back settled into the every 2 week routine. Like I say, thanks for watching, thanks for all your support, see you soon. Cheers everybody.